Alright, we're back. Thank you. Right, hopefully that's a bit better. Finally, sorry about that. Hopefully it doesn't come back. I can sort it out tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be a normal one, dude. It's going to be all normal. It's going to have different switches this time. It's going to have TTC golds in it though. Not Kaith reds. Fine. I think anyway. Yep. This one's not having a battery mod. Gonna have drilled left and right mouse buttons though. I draw base. Let's rock and roll. I'll let me know if my audio plays up. Be okay now. So this is one that we did. 2 grams. Got some nice tape on it. A little bit tricky to put on, to be fair. Now we'll do the next one. Cat's biting us. Voila. The weight reduction stage 1. It's going to have TTC golds in this. Let's get those 1 second. I'm having TTC golden. Leaf red, obviously. These are golds. Cheers, Red Green Showman, for the $10. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Got hyperglides. I'm gonna check. Nope, no skates. Gonna have drilled left and right mouse buttons. The base, power plays coming out. DTC gold. This one's a little bit more custom. Not changed the battery on this one. Right. Tear this puppy down. power play. But if on the left, we're going to take out of it. A bit more power. I've got my audio. Right, okay. These are nice skates. I need to keep these skates because I want them put back on it. So let me get the hairdryer 1 sec. Take them off. It's like another multi-socket, so I don't have to keep swapping the plug. That's why I have to keep getting up, because I've got to get up, swap over the plug, and then come back basically. Now we can hairdryer off the feet here. Hey, Stinky Retakes, how you doing, man? Mute for a sec while I do this hairdryer bit. As you're doing this with the hairdryer, don't get them too hot. And make sure you get right under these skates because they tend to come off in 2 pieces if you're not careful. The stock ones, you can't be by the stock. On this one, the whole sticky part's been left behind. We'll have to repair that with the M3 tape. I'll show you how to do that later on. Back at the skate for now. Final one. We won't take the center one out because there's no point because these are going back on it. Left off the last one. Alright, done with the hairdryer. A few of the methods I want to try to take out the skates, but I've not done it yet. This version is a 2015. Serial number, this one. The graveyard of screws in it on the right today. This is the 3rd one we've done today. After this one I'm going to go to bed because it's 1 o'clock now. We shouldn't really be doing this. Let's get it done anyway. Anything you want me to weigh or anything like that, just give me a shout. And I can do that for you, no problemo. If you're not sure, feel free to ask. So someone was asking about the PCB cable. This is one you got to be careful of. You have to lift up this little cream level here, lever, and then you can ping out the PCB. And the power here, I always put my thumb on the corner here, and then I just wiggle it gently and it'll ping out. You can snap it because the PCB, as I've said before in some videos, lifts up like that, you'll snap it. Very careful. The power play's coming out of this one, which is this part. This one's not having a battery. Keeping the stock one in. Which is fair enough. They would have saved another 2.5 grams, so this is a bit of a different configuration. Everybody wants that. Some people prefer the battery life. I was getting like a month. Like the G Pro standard when I was doing it. Crazy. Crazy. Right, we're leaving this over here, aren't we? We're taking it. PCB. Should all be skilled up now on the G Pro. We've done a few tonight. In a row. Don't normally do them like this. Tomorrow's going to be the G402. If you're not already got that as a reminder, make it so. I'm not going to wear everything on this one. We've done enough tonight. Play buttons out. Get the sticker. I should peel the serial number off. That's it. Your mouse is no more. In terms of RMA. Yeah, a bit tricky to get these stickers. Logitech definitely welded them in. Definitely. Oh, it's gone from 2 pieces, this one. Not so much. Not so easy. Like a serial graveyard of serial numbers tonight. Yep. These were the victims tonight. Huh. I've done a few. Okay, base is ready. Let's whip out the, there's my screwdriver. The main screws, whoops. This time keeping the battery. Goody goody. And then keep the leave on this side. I'm just going to drill that out. Screws them straight into the side. These magnets on the side, these blue ones, just take everything in. Strong. So if you don't get your screw just right, like that one there again, pinged in. You need some pin nose pliers like this. Pick them out. So, bit more of a pain when you're trying to put it back together. Hey Brian Torres, how you doing, man? Not bad, mate. It's 1 in the morning, so this is the last one tonight. It's been modded. Go to bed. Just having some drilled buttons this time, though. Third one tonight we've done. What you say? You okay? How are you today? Camera goes off. Need to first time I've streamed using a DSLR, and this Canon one just turns off about every hour maybe. Don't know. I've done weight reduction on 3 of them. So 3 different types of weight reduction, 3 different styles. This one's gonna be different. This one's not gonna have a battery mod. It's gonna have TTC goals as well, slightly different. Depends what you want, really. They're all slightly different for what people want. People want certain modifications tailored to your specification. I'm going to be modding a G402 tomorrow, which people just want to see, so I'm just going to do that anyway. Just what I'm going to do for my own personal collection, although someone might take it up, I guess. If you want to buy it, you can. Hey David, welcome back. I think I've sorted my audio out. It's the same problem as what caused the problem at the start. what it is. It's like Windows Defender taking all the bandwidth, like 60 megabit or whatever. I'll have to sort that out. Go. I've got to draw buttons though. I have to whip out the Dremel in a minute. Do the buttons for it. Bust out the big guns. Just not coming out. Alright, no worries, mate. Enjoy the lurk. No problem. Yeah, that's a massive moth. To ping out this, I just use a screwdriver for these diffusers. Oh, he's a big moth. Holy moly. We get to leave the windows open. About 0.5 gram. I've done a proper G Pro wireless weight reduction video if you want to check it online and see what some of these weights are. It's just going to be a quick mod now. Video on painting, I don't know, Fan. Got a few in line before I do that one. So it will come eventually, I'm sure, but it will take its time. Down the right side buttons out. Check. Nope, keeping both side buttons. The stage 1, this one, but it's not. It's more like a custom, I guess you wouldn't call it a stage. So it's not having a battery mod, it's not having the side buttons removed. It's having drilled front and left, right mouse, front, left, and right mouse buttons. It's having TTC golds in it. So, and then the base and the shell will be drilled. Slightly different. This one's more of a. I took a bit of a stage 1 and then they've tweaked it. Bit of a hybrid. Hasn't got a drilled top shell. Just drill side front buttons. Basically, it's bespoke. Well, they all are really. I just called them stage 1, 2, 3 to make it easier for people and get an idea what the different stages are. But I know also you can like pick pre-configured ones. People aren't always sure what they want. But this one's been slightly picked. So I wouldn't say it was a quick one. Quickish, probably not really, because it's still got all the drilling. It's got a bit more drilling on the buttons, so just slightly different. Still haven't soldered changing the buttons, so it's probably similar. Maybe even fractionally longer because of the drilled front buttons, which I've got to pull out Dremel for. But I don't need to do the battery mod, so similar. I'm going to try and do this one a bit quicker. Getting tired. I'll do it for work. Obviously, we've done 2 already, so one's a bit quicker. Right, let's solder these buttons and then we'll do the drilling. We get them soldering on. Yeah. Sec. To plug this puppy in. Try and get it. The switches should be fairly quick, hopefully. And then we'll do it. Hey Thomas, welcome back, dude. Soldering on. Warm up the old iron. Blue tack's been in demand tonight, hasn't it? A bit of a beasting. Hey Marvin, how you doing, man? Do you know if you can change the micro switches on the side button? You mean like these? These side buttons? Yep, you can. You can only change them back for wrong ones though. So like for like, you can't find. There's no other replacement for it. It's not like you can find like we're going to do here and put some TTC golds in it, or you can put Kaith reds in it. Can't do that. You have to be like for like because the difference in size. Like these are custom to Logitech. So you can buy replacements on AliExpress. That's it. My old pal. Proof. Right. So we're going to use a desolder pump, like I said before. We're going to use some solder braid as well, which sometimes works if the pump's not working all the time. Right, now I'm just going to add a bit of extra solder to these. As we said before, this allows us to come off a bit easier. In theory, because well, nothing of this is easy. I'm just going to mess this desk is now. Damn, Sam. Tidy when I start. Three mods. 3 mice tonight. This is the final one. If you've not done it, check out my Betty Bob YouTube channel, which I'm sure most of you are on anyway watching this. And you can watch all this stuff, all different mice mods. If you've got a different mouse, all good. This one's for a client mate, this isn't mine. This is for somebody, so yeah, I do them for people. If you want one done, go to bob.com and pick what you want. My hobby. Right, get these switches. This solder out. Do you reckon they'll come out easy, these switches? Nope. Yeah, that's a bit better. This is where you need a bit of braid. And you get a stubborn one like this one. I'm going to play balls now. So always get some braid if you can, because you ain't always going to play ball. Braid just soaks up the solder if you can. Doesn't always do it either, like it's not now. Slightly better. The other side. I generally take out all the solder and then I'll try and ping them off because that's the next bit. Use blue tack heads to hold it in place. What this is. Damn it. One of the problems you get with the pump, when it doesn't eject the solder like that, and it does right on the switch that you're trying to get off. Hate it. Use 450 degrees C to do this. Thereabouts. Get too hot, you will burn. Be a bit careful. Now here comes the tricky bit, more bit for your fingers to get burnt off. What we're all familiar with now. Been watching me for a couple of hours tonight. That's fun. Appreciate you all watching me. Glad you're enjoying these videos. Different to what I'm normally used to do. Don't go off easy enough. Different anyways. You have to mod your mice. Do people follow these and mod theirs? Everyone wants to do it then. Yeah, to do it. Here comes a stubborn one. There's always one. the invisible enemy. You're watching the progress. Glad you're enjoying it, man. Getting it all done. That's it, man. Ow. Don't always want to come out. This is one of the trickier bits. It's just trying to get the right angle for the iron to get the solder. Can't hear music in the background, is it? Can't hear it. I can't hear the music. $5 days you wasted. Damn, son. My record's like 20 minutes. For some, that's been a pain. See why they're playing it? I did the G502 light speed. That thing, oh my god, was like hell. It was hard work, that was. Yeah. Really pain, mate. First one off easy, second one. Don't really want to play it. It will. Try not to get impatient. A little bit of solder in there. For the guns, that took it all out. The gun, the pump, and then you have this problem. Yeah, here we go. I don't know how sensitive people's hands are to heat, but mine are really sensitive. I've got no tolerance for heat. So it probably takes me a bit longer than some people. Some people might be able to sit there and just whip them off, but I don't know. Right, some tools, but even these start to melt. Careful. Make sure to snap the PCB. Keep working it. Work it, baby. Don't apply too much pressure for your PCB. Go. That's hard work. Some of them are dead easy. Some of them just ping right off, but tonight we've had a few pain ones. Camera's going to focus. Then let's quickly go through these holes here and just make sure they're nice and circular. Make sure you remember which way around your switches are rotated. The Pro, the little, I guess, actuator, whatever you want to call it, dot, faces forward from that way. This is going to be a bit of an issue because there's a little bit of solder, and that's one of the problems. You can see it in here. It's now going to be tricky to get the solder. Reheat it back up now. You'd think it'd be easy, right? This is where it gets tricky. Bit easy to put in. Don't be fooled, this sometimes is not that easy. Sometimes it can be painfully slow. Take your time if you're doing this. Do not feel the pressure. That's what I would say. Like, don't feel like you gotta rush it. I always hope there's a little bit of solder in there, which there is. Hold the switch in place a bit better. Best thing to do is just check once you dip a bit of solder on it. Check the switch is like level and flat. Like that time it didn't go flat. What do you think is the best way to learn soldering? You just have to try, mate. No good way. Just get some old stuff you don't mind destroying and just give it a bit of a whirl. About getting the right temperature. And getting used to how it works, like how it melts. I've been doing it a few years, but even then, like, it's tricky. Like, it's tricky trying to get it to hold. I find the difficult bit is getting things to be held in place. Trial and error, yeah, exactly. There you go. Gotta go for it. Don't pick something expensive though. Go for it on a cheaper, something cheap you don't care about. You need to fix something. Like, it is a bit of a skill. There you go. ETC yellow or gold, sorry. Yeah, you got to get it to work. You understand about what temperature to use. Everything's slightly different. What solder is going to work for you. How to hold the iron. All kinds of little bits. Right, let me just ditch my iron, and then I'll get the drill out. I'll get the Dremel out. We're going to Dremel the buttons. It's 1 in the morning, so hopefully kick my ass. Soldering is done for today. Yo. Bad boy now. But yeah, trial and error. All of it's trial and error. Got to get used to how things work. The Dremel for me is a bit heavy. Someone's asking me why I don't use the Dremel more. And you can just tell here it's a bit more wieldy. A bit harder to maneuver, so not as easy. I'll mute myself while I'm doing this because you're going to go dead. You go deaf. Cats have been alright, man. They've been chilled. They're in here before. We watch them when they're in here before. Roaming around. Terrorising the place. All good now, though. Curious. Hey, Vitamin, how you doing, man? Okay, I didn't even realise there was a Makers and Crafts area, mate. Well, thanks. I will remember that next time. There's a few of them, so it makes it difficult, right? Probably better suited under there, right? I'll remember that. Cheers, man. Right, give me a sec. I'm just going to mute my audio. You'll have some music, so looks alright. Right, yeah, fill these buttons. bit trickier. Probably lose about a gram on these. Yeah, there's a lot of Twitch selections, man. I can't work out where to go. I thought other was going to be it, but like, and they're all different as well. So multi-stream, I'm on Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, Periscope, and some else. It's difficult to pick all the sections, but I remember the well, hopefully I remember the crafts one for next time, mate. Cheers. You're a great YouTuber. Cheers, Dave. Can you, what's that? Commented? Literally everything, let's go for 100k. Commentated. Sorry, mate. Thanks. Bit tired. Get me up to that level, man. That'd be sweet. I've been doing YouTube 6 years now. And, I wait for the magic algorithm one day to find me. Maybe it will. We'll see. Cheers, man. Glad you're enjoying it then. Thanks for the support. Right, we use the switch. For the switch for the button. One sec. So many bits, man, drilling. Hey, yay, 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 yay. Hey, yay, yay. Bob's memes. Like it. So much. I'm tired now, so if I'm a bit less chatty, apologise. You'll see on Friday night, so you want to see me chat. I get drunk. Okay. There's the buttons. A little bit tricky to drill. Slightly different today. Quite how I wanted them, I suppose. A bit more symmetrical, I thought. I don't know what the difference is, but oh well. Oh, stop. Right. Just tweak these a bit. Carry on. I've done them, but not right. We continue to drill. Right, let's have a look. Cheers, P. Diego's for the following, man. Thank you very much. Bob's bearded burger. I like aiming for this mod. Well, he's keeping both the side buttons, so we're probably looking around 67 grams, I'd say. Something like that. Maybe a little bit lighter, 65 maybe. Slightly better. Should live stream interactive drinking game. Twitch would probably ban me for that, wouldn't they? Ah, you can't do that. I reckon they would do. Right, let's try and get rid of some of these bits out of this one. To file them down, the drilling takes a lot more effort, as you can see. You have to do that stuff. All the bits, man. Going to sleep now. All the drilling. £40. Big ass burger, man. That is. 3 AM in Belgium. Damn. Yeah, it's 1:45 for work in the morning. Early, merly. Freaking out all the bits inside these buttons. A bit messy. Can't get messy, man. It's probably not my best at drilled holes there, I've got to say, in this mice can tell I'm tired. Tweaking. Problem with drilling them. Get a bit tricky to do buttons. Take a little bit of weight. Personally, I probably wouldn't have done the buttons without doing the shell, but my choice. Damn you, camera. Like. All right, let's carry on. Same as Slovenia. Everyone's late, man. We're all getting late, so we now got to do this part here. I'm going to move some of these bits out of the way for a minute. Or we chop out the base. So we've got the GTC golds, drilled holes, and then the base. Yeah. What else, Robin? Done a few tonight. I'm trying to remember. What do you reckon the weight's going to be on this one? I think we're getting down to. I think we're probably going to hit, like, say, 60. Yeah, 60 something. Yeah, 60. 65 grams, I'm going to say. But I think we're going to be at. What do you reckon? Maybe 67. 567, I think. (9:45 PM). Nice. You on what day is it today? Monday? Tuesday now. Is it 9:45 Monday though? Or you on? It must be. Like I said, it's best to cut out this part with a pair of pliers first. Easier, less work for you to do. This base weighs 11 or 10 grams stock. I would weigh it, but I've weighed all of them today, so I'm just going to purely mod. If you want to go back and check some of these, check on my Beardy Bob website, my Beardy Bob YouTube channel, and there's a full G Pro weight reduction with the stage 3, which is building all the shell and stuff on there. So. check all that out if you want. It's more of a cut down version that's been going. I've been streaming for tonight. I started at 7 o'clock. Time 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. 7 hours so far. Got a lot of time, man. Okay, Ghost Canada Monday. Okay. What? They say you get a lot of snow, but you will do. And it's not snowy at the minute, is it? It's still it's the same season as us, so he's coming into summer now, aren't you? I see across the pond with binoculars. He's stalking me through the window, is that what you're saying? I see all the lights on in my room, is that what it is? My neighbours must wonder what I do. It's like late at night. Like little studio lights on, you could see it. Look at I'm high up. I'll be like, what the hell? How much did your channel grow when you did giveaway? I don't know, maybe 1,000 subs, but if we don't stay around, we do giveaways, so try not to do too many. Also destroys your retention on your channel. People are just jumping in for the giveaway and then leaving the channel video. How much did the G Pro cost new? About 129 quid, something like that. Probably about grand's worth of mice if you class the pink one we did starting today. They're expensive, the pink ones. This isn't limited, this is a non-limited version now. We did a limited one like a couple of hours ago. Some others. Fuck for 5 days. Damn man, I'm in Manchester. How the fuck, my friend? Stephen King wrote his book. What werewolf one for them? I find those little bits of plastic all over my room in the morning because they just ping off everywhere. I'm drilling the base. I generally, the main shells, I generally put glasses, like safety glass on, because stuff goes everywhere. Oh, the mist. Is that what it was called? Yeah, man, you must get a lot of mist. He wrote his book on that. But yeah, if you want to come back and see how this is done and what the weight is, check out my beautiful channel. There's a load. There's a G Pro stage 1 to 3 on it, which is a bit easy to follow. It's been going on for a while now. If you're new today, or if you just turned up because we were at the end of the stream here for a bit, then it's the last one. And 2 others today. A bit quick on this one. Will it rattle? Nope. Won't rattle. This is my personal one that I use. Slightly different mod to it, so it's a prototype, but listen. Ain't no rattle. Not bad, huh? It depends how you mod it, or what you want done to it. I'm modding it for you. But I've not had one rattle yet. My longest live stream, it's usually Friday nights, probably like 13 hours, something like that. From like 6:30 till whenever I get tired, so 4 in the morning usually. 3 in the morning sometimes later. Depends how drunk I get. Streamed Armour 3 Life for longer than that, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I used to stream that when I was doing it a couple of years ago when I did it. I was off work. I could stream day and night. I was doing the longer streams there. Like 6 at night till 6 in the morning, like 12 hours, maybe longer. 13 hours is probably optimistic. Probably done like, maybe 12, 13 hours, something like that. I don't do it full time, do I? Just do it like my hobby. Most of the ones, like Friday nights, are generally from 6:30 till, whatever. 3, 4 in the morning easily. Why is that long? I don't think that's that long. These are generally not that long. The modding ones are generally a couple of hours. I'm doing something quick. I didn't used to come on for less than 7 hours, but I never saw the point. I don't really stream anyway. That's not really what I'm trying to do. But people want to see me mod some mice, so I stream them now. I stream Rainbow Six at the moment. I changed the games that I want to play, so that's one of the reasons why people don't follow me as much, because they want to come for certain content, and I change it up. Just to follow Razi Rahaman, is it? Thanks, man. I'm always changing up. Like I was playing, used to play 7 Days to Die a lot. I think I put streamed a lot of 7 Days to Die originally. Now I stream Rainbow Six, so you can see it's like totally different content. Well, I streamed a lot of Armor Life. Now we're streaming gaming mice modded. It's always changing up. If you like gaming, then you like my channel. Don't always expect to come to me for Rainbow Six Siege or for modding mice. I used to be able to game like you, man, but now I have no time. Ah, yeah, that's the problem, you see. Lucky for me, I haven't got any kids. I'm 41, so I'm not young. But I mean, I've only got Friday nights, pretty much at the minute. This is unusual. Being working from home was allowing me to stream a bit later tonight. Otherwise, I'd have to be up at 6 in the morning. This wouldn't be ideal, but I'm still a bit later tonight. Plus, I wanted to get this mouse. We're just trimming out this base still, like we said. We're going to trim out all the plastic on it. And then we're going to cut along here. I use this because we're going to drill it in a bit using this. But it's easier just to chop through it early on. I don't say I was too old, but I'm older than most gamers would be. Most people at my age have got family commitments. I've got like a missus and stuff, and cats, but I have no kids, so a pretty pimp setup they had. But so I've got a bit more time, apart from work, which work does take quite a bit for me. So, do you work in tech? Yeah, I'm an IT. Work in IT. But yeah, I have to work. I'm quite busy with work, especially at the minute. I can't get many videos out on my YouTube. Oh yeah. I used to ride horses for a living originally. In the day. Like IT wasn't a thing when I was at school. There was no such thing. That's why I rode horses, but that's my reason. Been in IT a couple of years. A long time. Because I like IT, a jockey, yeah? No, not quite. It'd be cool to be racehorse. Life. But yep, so working IT now. Now mod mice is a bit of a laugh. I wasn't really modding mice, enjoying doing like videos, which I can't do. People wanted me to mod some mice for them, so here we are. Because this takes up most of my time, I don't want to mod that many mice. I'd rather be doing the YouTube stuff. Helping people out who don't want to do it. So, we're going to draw this now. So, I'll plug it in and I'll get underway with this bit. Oh, actually, we can do this bit. The base is done. Let's do this bit. We need to do the skeleton. These are 12 grams skeleton. So the base of 11. So 10 grams, not get down to about 5-ish. This is 12, and we'll get it down to around 10, something like that, maybe a bit less, 10 or 9. So I'm just going to rush through this now. It's getting late. But if you want to see it properly, go to my Bearded Bob channel, and on there you can see it. A bit more detail, and all the weights and everything. That's a lot now. Be careful around the back of this. This skeleton can be a little fragile, so just be delicate when you're bending it. Take your time. I'm hoping to do a 3D render of a G Pro that we can print it and do one that way. I fancy printing one and making my own 3D printed G Pro. No one's done that yet. But it takes too much time. If you've not done any 3D printing, but it takes so much time. Ridiculous, even to get the render. So. I haven't actually tried to scan anything in yet. Might be time consuming, that's the problem. So, right, on this one we can't take out as much on the skeleton. If you remember on the other two we did. We took out this part of it. Now we're going to leave most of this in and just draw in the sides like we did in the other one, because they want to keep both left and right side buttons. That's about as far as you can go, and the rest you have to draw. Do you have a 3D printer? Yeah, I've got one at the minute. I've got another one on order as well. Which phone do you have? I've got an iPhone 11, is it Pro? Is it costly to use? Not really, I've not noticed it. We've had the PLA is like 17 quid for 50 meters, and it's not that expensive to use. More the setting up and time, that's the problem with it. It's very, very time consuming. Like a print can take hours to print off, like ridiculous amount of time. And just also getting the scan right and get the printer calibrated is just an astronomical amount of time. What, Android? I'm not using Android, mate. That's what you were saying there, David. Never hate it. Right, one sec. Oh, see, I think you'd be an Android fanboy, mate. All my mates are Android, but not for me. I had the iPhone since the iPhone 1 came out, what it was called. What it was, was it an iPhone 1? No. Never. I just don't like the OS. Plans open source. You can get a lot of Thingiverse. My cardboard up, so flying everywhere. You get a lot of stuff off Thingiverse if you want to do prints. Some of the stuff you have to buy, like you have to buy the G305 like chassis and stuff like that, which is not expensive, like a quid, which is fine because I know how much time it takes. So I've got no issue buying that. I know it takes people a lot to do all the renders and stuff. So with the 305 in the Ultralight 2 shell, it does, doesn't it? I think someone's done one, and you can use the G305 PCB 3D print to fit it in. So yeah, as far as I know, it will. Takes a bit of customization. By no means, there's a lot on mouse review forums. If you look for the Ultralight 2 and a 305 PCB and Ultralight 2 shell, but they're by no means easy. I'm going to be doing the Model O and a G305 next week, or maybe the week after. I'll be streaming that as well if you want. If you want to subscribe to me on YouTube, then it'll ping up. Right, let me drill this out. So many bits. So many bits. Can you make the model a lighter? Yep, I've already done a weight reduction video for it. Check it out on YouTube. It's been out about a year, I think, that one. Certainly can make it lighter, about 13 grams, something like that, if I remember rightly. Makes it pretty damn light. You got to take out most of the RGB. You can do it. I can put it back as well, as I remember. And then if you really want to go far, you can take out like DPI buttons and stuff. But again, it comes down to what you want to do. How far you're willing to go. Some people want to go far, some people not so far. Unless you don't have to tidy it up, because it generally melts this plastic. It drills, but at the same time it kind of disintegrates. It's a bit clumpy. Got some clumpy. 2 AM, I know, man. Oof. Mrs. probably in bed. She's more of a night owl than me. She'll be in bed. Be on the phone. Oh, yo. Like I said, you want to try and get out all of these bits off the edges there, because when your side buttons go back on, and we'll try and see, you might sometimes they don't fit. You can try and trim them back a little bit. They're quite flush in here. These side buttons that go back. So if you are doing what I've just done, make sure you trim out any of the excess plastic. Alright. Done pretty well. So now we're just going to do the base, and then we're ready to put it back together. Yeah, boy. So let's say, beginning, how to start, man? Feel free to ask Red, no problemos. How does the material feel? It's like really. You mean once it's printed? I think it's like feels quite brittle. It won't feel like a mouse. It feels like it's not like ABS, like this kind of style. That the quality is definitely a bit cheaper. Like you can, it's not bad. It does feel a little bit more like flexible. So it's not ABS quality though. Flimsy wise depends. Depends how thick the shell is and how much they've put around the layers for the coating for like the body, I guess. So yeah, you can print with ABS as well. I haven't done it though. Yeah, PLA. I've only ever printed with PLA, but ABS is supposed to be pretty good. But I think you need higher temperatures. It depends what quality printer they've got and stuff, but it's not like mold. My perfect one would be a 3D printed base with a standard shell on top. Yeah, you're right. Some of the materials are dear to print. I use PLA at the minute. That one's indestructible. Okay. Okay. Print. Yeah, I'm the 3D print expert. I want to get into it. Just a time black hole. PLA is fragile, yeah. It's difficult to break PLA though, considering. And it comes down to how much you want to spend on a 3D printer, right? How much do you want to spend? Yeah, you get creative. I've got the creative Pro, is it? Or 3D Pro? About $300 somewhere. Keep enough of that. I don't think it was even that much. You can get some better ones. I get a self-leveling one if you can. One of the problems I was having. Just leveling just pain. Right, I think this is done. Coming around here actually. And piece it back together and we're done. Check out. I think we're done. New battery mod on this one. There's plenty of videos. One of the guys, can't remember his name, an older dude, with some 3D printing. Pretty good. Can't remember his name at all though. But I watched a few people. There's some good, definitely some good YouTube videos out there. I'm gonna have to print some bases. I'd like to be able to print a 3D base of this. This would be cool. And then I can just use them instead, because this doesn't need to be anything other than nylon or PLA. Be a bit tidier. Otherwise, like, oh, you could make it tidier, Bob. I'm like, you try to freehand drill. Ain't easy, man. I'm also trying to get as much weight out while trying to keep all the positions in the upside. Nice job, Bob. Thank you, man. Be a beauty. Right, let me tie up this plastic and let's piece this puppy back together. Can't work out this DSLR whether it's got a timer for cutting off or not, because it just changes its mind when it wants to do it. Yeah, so ready to put back. Get your scores in for how much she's going to weigh. Right, let me just get this plastic off my desk. That drives me insane. Would you modify an F58? Yeah, let's see why not. Depends what you're doing to it. There's the switches on it, no problem. 66.9, very precise there, mate. So, you've obviously thought more about that one. I reckon you're going to be close. And I go 67.
Goodbye.
Oh, all this plastic. Gotta be a better way for me to like collect this stuff so I have to like scrape my hands across it all the time. Turning reptilian. Stay my pad, man. Rub the hell out of it. I'm gonna have to go for these pads. I drove my desk originally, so well, I've got a pad. You've warmed me up. Mate, if it's below 69 though, 69.9, I'm in trouble, right? I know I kind of wanted to go a little bit lower, but I think 67 is going to be fair. It feels like it's going to be lower than 67 though. So now, right, let me just get rid of this plastic, and then I'll be back, and then we'll try it. There's been right next to me all night. Put them there. Now let's get this puppy back together, and then let's get to bed because it's 2:15 in the morning and I'm up to work soon. Here's what we got. This one's going to have 2 side buttons, so they haven't removed any of the side buttons this time. It'll be full on this one. But we have to 69.9. They might, yeah. It does, mate. They all stay each the down for the way and see which one's the lightest. To see who's got that extra bit, you know what I mean? Some people just don't want to go all in. Want a bit of a hybrid. Some people want to like, I want everything taken out of it. Like Bob, just like, take everything out. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care. Make it the lightest mouse it can be. Not really sure. Is it worth the change in switches or turn it into wires without a lot of effort, without a lot of extra weight? You might put a bit more weight in it if you change it with a G305 PCB. That's what you're looking at. Personally, I wouldn't change it. Unless you specifically want it changing that. Air 58. Air 58. I wouldn't change it. You're not going to get much. You can't do much in the shell. Base is pretty trimmed. You have to change the buttons and change the cable. Or like you want to say there, you could change the PCB. Personally, I wouldn't bother. It's worth quite a bit. I'd probably just... If you want a lighter mouse or something like that, I mean, they're pretty light anyway. Could change it up maybe, but it depends what you want from it, right? Like, what is it you don't like? You want it wafer thin? Is that what you want, Red? So light, it's unreal. I made that Viper. There's a Viper. It was just, I think it's 52 grams of all the buttons. It was just so light. You can make it down to 46 grams, which is like the Skull Mini. It was just so light. Switches anything. Will next final mice be under 40 grams? Don't know. Quite a lot of effort to get it under 40 grams. The lightest mouse I've used is the M1K, and that's 23 grams. We're going to do a weight reduction on that very soon. I think saw someone on Reddit get down to 16. 16 grams. It's fingertip only, no scroll wheel, no side button. I mean, that's light, right? Response time seems slower on the Air 58, you think? Yeah, well, maybe. Difficult to change out the PCBs though, mate. That's not an easy task. I've seen people put the G305 PCB in it. Every time I do that, right? That's the first time tonight though, where I've put in that PCB without putting the scroll wheel in. Can't get it in. You have to take it back out. What are those? These are TTC Golds. What these switches are. TTC Golds, baby. It's out the 50 million Omrons. If you want to see this in a bit more detail, because this is the last one, I've done 3 of these tonight, all slightly different, but if you want to see one, check out my YouTube channel on my website, videobarb.com. They're all listed on there, and you can see, you can look at it in a bit more detail, shows you all the weights of everything, what differences you can get. I normally weigh every single bit of it, but tonight, this last one, I'm just going to carry on because it's late. 8 hours of stream now, I think, just under. Third G per while. Did a limited edition pink one today. It was nice, man. There we go. And then we can, these on, they're messed up again. If it's side plates on first. Weird mechanism here from Logitech, like magnetic. So these different, no one else does this. You've got like a little switch and these little magnets basically hold the buttons on, but the switch is slightly lower and these clip onto it. It's like different bit of engineering. No one else does that. They all have these basically the buttons are just pinned to the side of the switches. That wireless is faster. I wouldn't say it was faster. I said it's similar. We're all about the same cables now. All the response ones I've been testing and all the data I've collected are all very similar. Probably all within about 20 milliseconds of each other. Maybe a little bit more, but they're all similar. Yeah, 58 is 500 Hz, you are right. Yeah, 500 polling rate, not 1,000. Makes a difference on higher refreshes, I think. Like a 240 Hz monitor, I think 1,000 polling rate's better. Whether you're really going to notice it, I don't know. But wireless is generally not quick. I mean, it's similar now. But I wouldn't just put it in just to get an improvement over it, if that makes sense. I'm not sure you get what you want. Definitely worth to buy a G Pro, mate. One of the best mice around, if not the best one for me. My daily for a start. I rate it. What I use every day. Oh, there you go, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you can use the Dreamweaver software and clock it to 1000, correct? We'll point it out, Ninja, thank you. I don't know. No one's mentioned the new release, Charles. But you never know, right? I've not heard of anything. Logitech generally publicize it. So I haven't heard of it. But I could have missed it. Where they get to those magnets. Caught one just there. Oh mate, the scroll wheels break a lot on the F58. Some people have started to make some replacements for it, but yeah, very, very common on that thing to snap. Still a tricky bit now, this last bit. Screws just get pinned in. I find the mouse has been quite quiet. Not been trolling anyone on over Twitter for a while, not that I've noticed. Yeah, ultralight black. What the early ones, the Sunrise, was it used to have and stuff like that, used to have some issues. They definitely snapped that OEM one. The Ultralight 2's got a different scroll wheel, so I think they've been better. I think it would depend on the shape for you, mate. And if you want it wireless or not. For me, wireless is the key, right? Even with a power cord or photon wire. I still like a wireless mouse. It's like no attachment at the front, nothing for it to snag on. I like it like that, so I'll have to come back and readdress this front button, the mark on it. I'm not too impressed with that. Now it will do. Yeah, I've got a few Phantom mice. They haven't broken on me, but I don't use them very much, obviously. I'm using my G Pro. I think it's just luck of the draw, right? They seem to have quite a few issues, but people always jump on that. But they've definitely had some scroll wheel break. It's going to come down to how much force you use on the scroll wheel, right? You're putting lots of pressure on it, it'll snap. I've seen people snap the actual button themselves on their mice, like they're broken across the top. You seen that with them? They're breaking them like across here or here at the back. I don't know how much force you put on it to break it here and here. Or maybe it's just a bit of a defect, but it seems, I don't know. Like this thing drilled up to pieces, it's still not that weak. You know what I mean? That's quite a lot. Must be either a defect or a lot of force. And I think the scroll wheels are probably breaking under force because they aren't that strong. Like the bars that come out are not very strong. Below is broke like that. Yeah. Maybe some more defect. But right. Final piece. Like the double click issue, a lot of it is just roulette, right? I don't know how many mice. Logitech must have sold a lot of G Pro wireless mice, so I expect their failure rate isn't that high in comparison to how many they've made and sold. But people are reporting double click issues, not like vast thousands of them, compared to how many's been sold. Certainly common. Like people saying about flexible mice and stuff. Like the side flex on the Model O when it came out and the wobbly mice buttons and stuff like that. I mean, you've got an ultralight mouse at the end of the day, right? You're gonna have to. There's some compromise to it, yeah. You can't have a super rock hard mouse but super light. It doesn't work. There's an OG G Pro one. Mine's an 1824, I think it was. Place your bets for the final mouse. Oh, let's put a scroll wheel. We'll try it without skates. I'll put the skates. What's your bet? 66.9 still, David. Not going for? I'm gonna go for 67 grams. I need to put the skates on it to maybe give the true weight though. Damn it. 6.4. We put the skates on it. I'm hoping the skates knock it up a little bit. Knew I'd be wrong. 68? Oh, you're well off, Ninja. Get out of here. These skates. Do one of them with a bit of M3 tape. Really close, mate. Hey. Yeah, exactly, Red. I'm putting them on now. I'm not losing this. I want to get 67, man. I'm 67 dead on with these skates. Trust me. I can feel it. M3 this one. The weight, we have to wait out. Need some M3 tape. Need a repair. I hope not. Come in. I can feel it at 67 dead on. I'm just getting you hoped up when we put that one on then. Right. Turn the skate up. Now you repair your skates if you need to. I've added exactly exact weight here, this tape. You can get the extra weight out of it. Maybe I'll leave the backing on it, add that extra bit in just to get it up. Can't go too high though, that's 67.4. You have to be quite accurate here. I'm trimming of the tape, get my weight right. You're saying it's rigged, is that what you're trying to say? Wouldn't rig it. I'd never do that. Where's extra tape? Definitely feels like a couple of grams, that one. You ready? It's a final weigh-in. Oh! That means I win, doesn't it? Yeah, boy. It does indeed. Easy win. I win. That's it. I'm done and dusted tonight. I hope you enjoyed this, people. Thank you for watching tonight. See you tomorrow night for the G402 if you're around. Is that extra? Is that, I should have double taped it. That's why, David. Double tape the tape, man. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yep, I will be on tomorrow night for the G402 if you're around. So sleep well. Definitely gonna sleep tonight. Better to put that extra tape on it. It'd be 66.9 for sure. Have a good night, people.